Tu vois, tu disais hier soir dans la voiture, tu pouvais pas te passer de
Taking my time to forget you.
Ça, c'est bien les
Stepped
idées
in
des
my
gars.
mind looking mental. Leaving my crib had no clue what you did, but it had to be sin.
I'm not sure what day it was recorded. That was a weekday. Not that it matters.
It definitely was a weekday.
Yeah.
But this was like.
I feel like it was a Tuesday.
Christmas.
This was, yeah, we've had it for, I mean, probably coming up like, what month is it? It's August.
Yeah.
Probably coming up 7-8 months now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but we did well, you know, because I can't remember, someone said that they were like, no, sick drop for the summer as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, we've been sick.
It's like one of the first songs we made, isn't it?
The first one.
One of the first like proper
ones.
Yeah.
that was
like full
finished.
songs we had,
Yeah,
innit?
I feel like Take Me Away was a similar day.
Take Me Away was
Take Me-
the
it wasn't.
first.
It wasn't
the week
much.
before, yeah.
It wasn't much earlier.
Was that the week before? I'm pretty sure.
We
No,
made
Little Roll.
Yeah, we had the bar
Yeah.
because that was one of the last beats we touched that session.
Yeah.
That beat got skipped over. That's what needs to be.
Yeah,
Well, you didn't skip it.
I'll bring that up.
I will admit that I was like, I'm not feeling it.
It wouldn't have been a track without you in it, really.
I was like, this is the one.
But you were pretty happy to like switch it off when people were like,
Thank you.
no.
Thank you.
What?
So like Zupé was like, because you switched it off at first,
Yeah.
and then he was like, yeah, no, put it back on.
Yeah.
So like you were happy to think.
But
So, like,
I'm
leave
gonna
it be as well.
like everything I make, innit? But if no one's feeling it, I'm gonna be like, okay, cool, let's move
Nah,
on.
but I enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure I was coming up with the melody then, but then like you just changed it, so I was like, okay, we're not going back. And then
Yeah.
Because it didn't seem like anyone was feeling it.
But that's how you have to vocalize stuff in sessions.
Yeah.
No, sometimes
Because
you
two have
play
spoken
your
about
things
it, like
fast
if
though.
someone's playing stuff.
But
You'll give us like
10
eight. You'll give us like 8
seconds.
beats. You'll give us like 8 beats
no,
and switch it.
No,
and
to be
it'll
fair
like
though, it's because I want the
instant gratification.
yeah,
innit?
I
no
want- I
one
want the
drops a
instant
16
reaction.
in
Yeah,
like
yeah.
5 seconds.
He's
So it's
done
like,
that,
alright,
he's like
forget
done.
it. Like,
The
that's
beat needs
it.
to marinate sometimes. before
Yeah,
you
well,
jump
I
into
remember playing it because it wasn't like I said. I don't remember actually making it, but I had it, and then I remember cause the way I played it was literally just a 4-bar loop. Like all I had was I remember playing the sample and then like soloing things separately and bringing it in and then
But when we were at
turned it off
studio,
for like an hour.
when we were at studio, you played one thing and I started writing, and then you played like 6 others to the point. I didn't even know what track to ask you to play again. I was like, I'll just leave it.
It gets
'Cause I
lost
forgot
in
what
the
instrument it was.
Yeah, it's just well, you know when you play something or
Yeah, of
show
course,
people
yeah.
something and there's not like within the first few seconds slightly.
Yeah. Sometimes you can like it but
Yeah.
not know what you want to do in it. There's
Yeah,
a difference
I
between
hear it.
like knowing what, okay, I have something for this between that artist.
Give us a chance.
Yeah.
Give us a chance.
Don't act like you don't do the same though.
No, I don't tell. I play my beats the whole way through. Whenever I show you lot shit, I'll play it the whole way through, and then we just leave it from there. But
Cameron has this different bag of rays. Cameron has this like, even when we did When I Want It, Cameron has this niggerish side to him. With the music, like he does have in the beats, there's just like this different feeling to it. So I was like, it's another one of them. It's another one of them. Alright, we'll get into it now.
That sounds good. Man.
This is the third one, isn't it?
Third track. Yeah.
Third track that
third
was
track.
about GBB Decoded. I'm talking about Summer and Pink.
episode 3.
Sip.
Sip.
Really had some race for this.
Should have been sipping on.
Yeah. That's what it was called originally, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was a working title for it.
From no
Yeah.
until about
A
a
week
month
before.
before release or something. Yeah.
We kept bringing up we didn't have a title or artwork, didn't we? And we were like,
Yeah.
okay, we need to get it sorted. We get it sorted this week. No, we'll do it this week.
Yeah.
No, end of this month we'll have it
Until we
sorted.
had a date, basically.
And truthfully, there's not even a lyric that mentions rays, is there?
No.
Nah.
I just said it randomly, I think.
Well, no, it's because
So no, I was gonna say, what's the base story?
Yeah.
Yeah, you must
So
have
I
drank
think
I
that-
think it was Raisin Maggie's originally,
Yeah.
but it was just to save something. But it's because we were drinking Raisin at the time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we were saying earlier, we literally made this in like November
Yeah.
last year. It's been a minute since we, from release to drop.
What month is August? 7, isn't it?
yeah. 8.
No,
Yeah, August is the 8th month.
8 months. Yeah. Oh, sorry, it's probably been longer than 8 months then.
Yeah.
10
August
months.
is 9 or
Coming
10,
up to a
yeah,
year.
yeah. Don't say that.
Close. Well,
It might as well. Like,
closer to a year than half a year.
It shows maturity on our part.
shows
Honestly,
country now.
you know what it does?
Does it?
Because
being-
the song's come a long way.
Being fair to us, we actually stuck with our verses and the hook.
Yeah.
Like we left it
That's
at
it
that.
is,
Like we
yeah.
didn't change it. It was only beats.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say.
changed a little
Post
bit.
wasn't even that long for you. because I feel like we
It
had
was a
the.
little bit.
I felt like we had the finished version.
Oh no, well
quite
you lot
early.
didn't change your verses after the first day, innit?
Nah.
Like no one went back to their verses
No,
at
left
all.
it there.
Just a
Left
few
it there.
takes and then left it.
Yeah.
But like I said, when I showed it to you, it was literally
Mine
it was literally just like a 4-bar loop.
Mine wasn't. It wasn't one take, but it was like the second take.
Yeah.
Well, you all did like
there's
2 or
my
3
fuck up in
takes,
there,
really. Yeah.
I did a few. I can't lie. I remember I did a few.
But I didn't want to rap as much on this as much as I wanted to. It's like
Yeah.
flowing.
Yeah.
It was always going to be a very like calm vibe. It wasn't
Yeah.
going to be anything too heavy.
To be fair, you had the hook as well, innit? So you kind of, I assume you kind of
Yeah.
wanted
But
to get it right.
I think initially, no, because the hook I did in one take. I remember that was my first take. Because that, I think initially was just like a pre-chorus thing. And then like the beginning of Zupé's verse was going to be the hook. But I think after we
Forgot about
listened
that,
to it a few times,
Yeah.
we probably knew that like my beginning bit should have just been the hook. And then Zupé's verse can be his verse.
The original was like, what? Almost 5 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was long.
What was the added bits? What bits of it?
It was just like it
Your
was
first bit,
spaces. It was
yeah.
spaces
Yeah,
between
actually,
because
yeah,
there was like
yeah.
maybe like 4 bars here,
Mhm.
8 bars there
Yeah.
in between verses. and
Well, because
stuff,
originally
like.
it was you first, then you,
Then me.
then you again, then back to Amos.
The
Yeah.
arrangement was way different.
Yeah.
From what
it's
came
true.
out.
It's true.
But no, it's partly I think just timing as well. Because it wouldn't have really made sense to drop it that early.
To be fair,
Because
I can't remember who it was. Someone called it saying this is this is
Oh, yeah.
this is a someone. This is when we're gonna drop it.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like the Rays was just synonymous with Carney, and then everyone was
Yeah.
like, "It's an August,
Because
it's an August thing."
Don't mention Cardi, right?
This guy's
Not
with
long
outfits,
left,
like,
not long left, not long
You know when they
left.
say like, oh, 6 sleeps until Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
that's
got like
me.
all the
well, you
sleeps
had 2
down
outfits planned
until
like
Cardi.
2 months ago.
Yeah,
didn't you?
yeah.
This guy's
Yeah.
not serious.
Come on, man.
You have to be putting it in girls' phones at Cardi still.
Yeah, 100%.
Have you got a QR code for it?
No, I don't
Cute.
think we have.
Can you make
Well,
one?
you can
Yeah,
have
you
a, you can have a
can.
Spotify one, can't you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The little like the
Oh, that, you
We
have
should
that
print it,
regardless.
slap it on snappers and
Put it
Carney.
on t-shirt.
Friday.
Yeah.
Could do.
Promo. The next level.
Yeah.
But it's cool to like stumble across a summer tune. But I don't think we ever set out to make a type of
Not at
song
all.
like
That's
so
the
it's nice.
that's the first like I guess reggaeton influence kind of track I've like ever made. I don't like I said I don't remember making it, but then it just
It was there.
yeah like I said, it came from you, didn't it?
Yeah. I just had it.
Yeah.
I knew that just had to be in there somewhere. And everyone was just like, even when the beat was playing, everyone was just vibing in the studio. Like,
Yeah,
everyone's
yeah.
kind of like dancing to it.
Yeah, still skipped it though for an hour and a bit.
Okay,
Guys,
yeah,
no.
but there was other stuff other people liked though in that
Yeah.
session.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if
We may have recorded
any of
another
those
verse.
songs, something else got recorded in that session, but I can't remember what. No.
But yeah, I feel like the reason this is one of my favorite tracks, because in the process of making it, as you guys will find out soon, this is far from what I usually come with, like in the verse. And originally, like, as Cam said, we skipped the beat and we came back to it later. But Amos put down the chorus, and then you put down your verse, and we were just gonna leave it as you two. And I think it was you.
I didn't know you were writing to it.
Yeah, I was just writing in the corner.
Yeah, and then
Bro.
you literally just stepped up to the mic and
And I was like,
"What are you
yeah, I was like, let me
recording?"
just see what it sounds like, but don't laugh if it goes wrong in it. And then yeah, it was just.
You know how
Like
I
you
know
said, it's just a magic
I
moment.
wrote maybe like 2 or 3 verses there because I changed it every time you two hopped on. Like, so I'd done the hook and then like I was writing my verse. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. This
Yeah.
sounds good. And then Zupé came on his thing on the just like flamboyant little
Yeah,
vibey
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I was like, oh shit, alright, okay. I got to match the energy a bit.
Yeah.
And then Junior comes with it, and it's like, I remember the flow. Obviously, we remember the song in it,
Yeah.
but the flow that you did, I remember when I first heard it, I was just like, I don't.
Where's this come from?
Yeah, like, I did not expect this, and I was like, okay, I've got to change it up again, and then like got the final article. But
There's a video that I got of you saying like I don't know what you two have, but I know I don't have much.
No, it'd be like that in the studio sometimes.
Yeah.
It takes time to flesh.
But you
ideas
say that like it takes time, but realistically that session was no
Like
more
quick.
than like 3 hours.
You lot
Yeah.
don't take
We don't
time.
take
I think
time.
if it might feel like you do, but it's never longer than 40
True.
minutes until
True.
before you record it.
That's from start to finish as well.
Yeah.
Every
we
row
smash
was
out
a-
verses
Yeah.
quite quick, yeah. But,
So you come back and change them sometimes, but like that one,
It's quite
yeah.
solid.
Yeah, so it all came together very naturally. Really.
a good feeling. And then obviously getting onto like the actual visual side of stuff, thinking of the cover. Because that was
Okay,
probably maybe like 3 days before.
Yeah.
That was a
Yeah, that was late. That was last
That was
minute. That was last
atrocious.
minute.
The whole
That was last
idea
minute.
for the cover took time.
We had like a group meeting as as well, didn't we? Like trying to plan shit, and then it went complete like the other way. I don't know what. I don't know how. Yeah.
It's night before homework kind of shit. It really was. It really was.
Even the shoot wasn't really that well planned.
No.
It was late.
It was
We missed the sun.
We missed the sun. Yeah, what we went for, we missed the sun. Yeah.
I think we would change location. We were bad for the bad location.
Well, trying to figure out how to use the camera and that. It was all mad, but no, it was,
all in a little warm up to a night out.
yeah,
It wasn't even like it was the main. It was a shoot. We just like, we might as well try and get it now because it's going
we
out
were
tomorrow.
going out that night. Yeah. No, it was good. I obviously I'd like done that before, in terms of like
It was your idea, wasn't it?
yeah, piling like the Polaroids on top of each other, but not so many. So like it was also about like finding a variety of different shots where it's not just like headshots the whole time that would have just looked dead, and like actually trying to be a bit more experimentative with it. There's the one where it's like you've got the leaf over your face.
I think that's my favourite picture.
That was hard.
That came out really well.
And like, yeah, there's a few other
Such a
ones.
joke suggestion as well.
And it worked.
And
It
it
worked.
worked,
It worked. Like, yeah, it was good. And then like in terms of just, I didn't just throw them on the page. Like I did actually try to like strategically put them in certain positions, because I come up with a couple
I was gonna
different
say,
ones.
there's a couple
And then like that one was the one that we all kind of thought was the right one. But only thing I may have done different is, instead of taking a picture of it, is scanning it in. Scanning it in might have given it a bit more grain to it, a little bit more like.
I don't think you can really tell though.
But yeah, no, I think it looks great as is. But yeah,
That's the whole other side as well, like learning what visuals work for you, what your style is as well.
Yeah.
And it's like, as we have more tracks to put out, that's a lot more to think about. Having shit prepared as well.
Yeah, it's weird, like when, like I say, first started making music, but like artwork was never something I thought people thought about that much. It's just difficult, man.
I think it's
It's
important.
hard.
To be original and good and not copy or not
Sometimes
steal.
naming the song and giving the song like a visual representation is the hardest bit about it. Making a song isn't
2-3 years I was stealing artwork. I can't lie, like
Especially
I
on
was.
SoundCloud drops
Yeah,
as well.
and sometimes it was even easier to like, if you found a piece of artwork that you liked, and then like you could kind of like, okay, I've got this in mind, I can kind of write a song that's somewhat representing of this. Like it was easier in that way, but once you're at this point where you're just like making music constantly, it's like you're not always gonna just have artwork sitting there. So it's about sourcing it, or it's about doing it your own self, and it is tough. It is tough, but when it all does come together, it always feels like, okay, that was just right. Like that's meant to be how it was. Like instead of like any other way, because it just makes sense that way. But
And it's the introduction to you and the song to people who don't know you. Like obviously for some our immediate friends or people who are familiar with music, they're gonna pay, like they might just listen to it anyway. But for people who just like looking at an image straight away, you have to think about how do you draw that person in and how do you make it appealing.
Biggest lie we was ever told is don't judge a book by its cover.
Literally, that's all that is now.
literally.
Like, even just like, it feels like music is the least important thing of putting out music. Like everything is to grab attention to the music now. So it's, it means a lot more.
No, but we were talking about that the other day. It feels like a lot now does require going above and beyond in terms of visually, the whole packaging. I think that's something that you'll see us growing on, because I think we're already starting to put it together a bit, but there's obviously more stages to which we can get to, because we haven't even shot an actual video yet, and like we're already thinking of ideas in that respect. So yeah.
And this is the third song, which is also a completely different sound from the other two.
Yeah.
So it's like the repertoire of like our war chest. It looks quite varied, quite deep.
This wasn't even meant to come out. It's the third song, innit?
Yeah.
No, because
This is the time and how things
I was
happen.
gonna say, I literally just realised we haven't released a track that was made in 2022.
That's mad. Even the next one won't be
Oh
made.
shit, we haven't.
Even the next one
We
won't be
haven't.
made.
Yeah.
And we've been making it for 8 months, like music for 8 months.
Or we've been making it for 2
So
months.
just know,
technically,
guys,
say it like that.
we've got it in the locker, like
I can't lie, you spun me with that. What the
We've
hell?
been making music for longer than 8 months, because this is the 8th month of the year.
No, I'm
right?
saying from this year though, that's what
Oh.
I'm saying. We've got 8
This is
months.
the 8th month of the year.
2022
We've
music
we're still
the
releasing
locker.
stuff from winter.
The vault is heavy still.
That's good. I can't lie.
The
That's
vault is
pretty good. That's pretty good.
And do you want to say about the talking about visuals when I was in the tube station? Another incident where like
What a video.
again
I'm
that
not
was just
gonna
like it just felt natural, like when the tube arrives. And
That came out well.
That was good.
I don't even know where the idea came from.
I think we were just having.
Oh yeah, we were just having a good time.
No, we
yeah.
were. I was pretty gone. I
Yeah,
can't
we were
lie.
bursting.
Oh, yeah, no, we'd had a few at that point.
We were
hadn't
doing
Yeah.
trips
I'm
that
not sure what
day.
time it was either, or where we were going.
So for explanation, it was deep winter. What was it? December.
Yeah, but
Yeah, well, we
yeah.
all had coats on.
Yeah, so we
Yeah,
all had
yeah.
coats on and we were playing the track, and obviously it's a summary track, but we were playing it in the tube station, waiting for the tube, and Amos wrote his whole verse, and then literally as the track just like drifted out, the tube arrived,
Yeah.
and it was like a cool little video that we made, but
Yeah.
it didn't fit in with the visuals of like how we were trying to release it.
It was good for promo though.
It was
Yeah,
good for
yeah,
them,
yeah.
Like those bit like adding the
Audio.
music over it. Yeah, yeah. It's like good for that little clip that we've got and little clips we've got. I've enjoyed.
It was good fun.
Because there
Yeah.
was just like the little fun moments.
Mm.
They kind of like give them a little bit of a personality as well.
Bro, we were literally just on the platform swanging, like literally just like
Don't know how loud you were.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no.
It was just fun.
Yeah.
I remember like trying to tell people about the song. I feel like I was trying to like.
Oh,
trying
that's
to
the day
spread
we
message.
linked, and it was it the Super Bowl? Well, no, it wasn't the Super Bowl, but it was the
no,
playoffs. It was the playoffs. Yeah, it was the playoffs.
When we went to
Casino.
Casino,
And then,
didn't we?
yeah, it was
Seen
in
that
Leicester
day?
Square,
Yeah,
We
and
didn't
then
even plan to go out that day.
Because we went.
and then we went
We
north.
did journeys. It was like
Oh,
That's when we went
went
Gabby's.
north.
Yeah, that's when we went
North
Gabby's.
Brixton.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We
you
went
got to
north.
Brixton at like 4 a.m, didn't we?
Yeah,
Still
yeah,
touch
yeah,
call.
and then we came back, and then we went follow-ups.
Yeah.
yeah,
What a day.
yeah. Good
That
vibes.
was a good
Good
one.
vibes. Good vibes.
See where music can take you.
Literally.
I think this is the only track that we've had like that much footage from though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
'Cause we've got there's loads of footage from like when we made it. Well, not loads, but like enough
No, there's a
to
good amount.
promo stuff.
I
For
feel
it.
like it's a track and a sound that lends itself to visuals though.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
like when you
And-
play it, it's got a vibe to it. The
Yeah,
other
yeah.
tracks we play, they're very specific in like you know if you're gonna get music for visuals for River's Edge, it has to match the mood of that
Yeah.
track.
Very conceptual.
When you're
for
like
sure.
just a bouncy little vibe, whenever the sun's out, you want to record a video and do
I
something.
hear it.
We got good responses from the track as well.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
everything I've heard has been positive,
Yeah.
which is good. I'm welcome to negative, so that's how we grow.
Yeah, I feel like that tune is just like easy listening as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Probably just throw it on. It's like
Yeah.
had fun making it, man.
Like it came out, I think, from like production side of it. Sitting on it for that long isn't something I've done before. I don't think none of us have probably done that. Sit on a track for 10
Apart from
months
the
still
thing that's
working
coming
on
out
it.
next.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Everything that's coming out
But like
next.
the whole time we were sitting, I was working on it and trying to like have different sections of it and whatever. And I think it came out better than not better than I thought it was gonna do, but like
Right.
more
But like,
Rounded.
yeah,
I don't know
more
about
complete.
I
than
don't know
thought
about
it
you
was.
guys as well, but I feel like how naturally this all came around, and it was the first time we were all on it. It made me almost feel like GBB had a direction, like we gelled. Like this was the first time
Chemistry.
where everything was just like natural, and it was
Yeah.
like, yo, this could actually go somewhere. Because,
Yeah.
there wasn't there was no friction at all. If anything, it's just been, and it's been like that since, so that's good. But yeah, did you have anything else?
No, man. I think that's the bulk of what I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Unless anyone has any honourable mentions
Honourable
about the
mentions.
track.
Oh,
Shelly.
shout out Shelly.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
literally.
yeah.
Literally,
Oh.
shout out Shelly.
Big man.
Fucking
Big
did
up
the ad-libs on my
Your
thing.
verse, yeah.
Yeah, he was crazy though. We have to. No, we have
The
to
lost
actually.
files.
The lost files.
The hidden
They're not lost. I still got them.
Yeah, he still got them. It's not
I
happening.
still got them.
No, because let me explain what this guy was on, yeah. Because obviously, while we're recording the song, he's doing like mad ad-libs and that, and we're like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
bro, like, you're gonna have to do something on the song then. When he gets on the mic, obviously, fair play to him, it's his first time on the mic, he's moving shy. He's moving shy, yeah, the energy was
Stage
different.
fright.
And we're just telling him, no, forget all that, like, just do what you was doing, Anyway, gave him a couple pointers. And on one of them, what's the bar? Stepping double caked up like it's my birthday. This guy goes, yummy, yummy as an ad-lib. On my verse, I said to him, brother, it's not happening,
that's
it's
insane.
not happening.
It's
And it was sitting on the song for so long, I was getting worried like these guys were actually going to drop it without my say so that it can go on there. So, yeah, no, he removed it, so, I've still got some credibility out here, but,
Do you have that on camera? When you said
I
Not the
think I
first
have
time.
a recording of him recording like ad-libs, but I don't know if it's one of the ones where he
yum? No, we need to
actually
leave
did that. I mean, it's still
No,
there
we
when
don't.
we play it.
No,
If
we
I ever play it on
don't.
my laptop,
Yeah.
We
it's
don't
still
need
there. I just need to
don't need
unmute it.
link
I just need to
No,
unmute it.
that's
that needs to get deleted.
No.
straight.
Never getting deleted.
Archive.
It's never
Awesome.
ever getting
Terrible
deleted.
ad-lib.
So yeah, big up Sheldon for that.
Yeah.
Shelly boy. That wraps up episode 3, Summer in Pink.
Decoded.